Confidence is not just what you think about yourself, it's how you treat yourself every single day. Welcome back to video 5 of the Confidence series. If you have been with me through this series, you already know that we have done some deep work together. We have talked about why confidence fades in midlife, how our thoughts and beliefs shape it, the practical steps to rebuild it, and in video 4, we talked about how aging itself is one of the most powerful confidence builders there is. If you are just joining in, I will link the full series below. I encourage you to go back and watch those. Today, we are going somewhere a little different because here's something I have learned. You can do all the mindset work in the world, but if you are not taking care of your body, your confidence will only go so far. Here's the truth. Confidence is not just a mental experience, it's a physical one. The way that you feel in your body directly affects how you show up in your life. When your body feels strong and cared for, your confidence reflects that. And when it does not, no amount of positive thinking fully closes that gap. Today, I'm going to share 5 healthy habits that have a direct, research backed impact on your confidence. Not because we are chasing a certain look or trying to turn back the clock, but because taking care of ourselves is one of the most powerful acts of self respect that we can practice. Most of us have been taught to think of confidence as something that lives entirely in our mind. We think if we just fix our thinking, if we believe in ourselves enough, confidence will follow. And yes, that is part of it. We have spent 4 videos on exactly that work, but the body is not separate from that process. It is part of it. Research has found that high levels of physical activity is significantly associated with better self-esteem in women aged 45 to 60. Physical activities does not just strengthen the body, it directly strengthens confidence, body image, and our sense of personal competence. The mind and body are not two separate systems working independently. They are one system influencing each other constantly. Here's what that means in practice. When you move your body, when you build strength, when you sleep well, when you nourish yourself, when you take care of your skin, you are not just doing something nice for yourself. You are sending a signal to your brain that says, I am someone who shows up for herself. I am someone who matters enough to take care of. That signal, that is confidence being built in real time. So let us talk about 5 habits that do this the most powerfully. And before we dive in, if you haven't already grabbed it, I put together a free guide with the practical steps to rebuild your confidence. It's the perfect companion for this series that we've been covering. You'll find the link right in the description below. Let's get started with habit number 1. Nourish your body with intention. How you feel your body in midlife is directly connected to how you feel, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally. And this is one area where so many of us have spent years either undernourishing ourselves or eating in ways that were more about stress and habit than genuine care. Research consistently shows that nutrition, sleep quality, mental clarity, and emotional stability are deeply connected. What you eat affects your energy levels, your mood, your hormonal balance, your ability to think clearly and show up fully. And when your energy is depleted and your body is not supported, confidence is one of the first things to go. Emergent research on midlife women's health confirms that a balanced approach to nutrition, adequate protein for muscle maintenance, anti-inflammatory foods, consistent hydration supports not just physical health, but also mental clarity and emotional stability. Women who prioritize nutrition as part of their overall well-being report measurably better energy, mood, and sense of self-efficacy. You cannot separate what you put in your body from how you show up in the world. This is not about dieting or restriction. It's about nourishment, about fueling your body the way that you fuel something that you love and want to protect. Start simply. More protein, more whole foods, more water. Less of what leaves you feeling heavy, sluggish, and depleted. Because how you nourish your body is one of the most direct messages that you send about how much you believe you are worth caring for. Habit number 2, move your body, especially with strength training. When we stop moving consistently in midlife, our strength declines gradually. And with it, the certainty that we feel in our own bodies, the ease of getting up, carrying things, moving through the day without thinking twice. When those small movements start to feel harder, we hesitate, we pull back, we avoid things that we used to do without a second thought. That is not just weakness. That is confidence shifting because your body no longer feels something you can fully trust. Here's the good news. This is completely reversible. A 9-month strength training study with women ages 50 to 75 found something incredible. It significantly improved body image, self-perception, and physical confidence. And the women who saw the biggest shifts were the ones who started with the lowest self esteem. This is why health professionals are now recommending strength training as a key practice for confidence and emotional well being in midlife. And here's the thing, you don't need intense workouts or hours in the gym. 2 or 3 sessions a week, squats, step ups, resistance bands, simple body weight moves. Start rebuilding the trust between your brain and your body. Bottom line, move your body. Strength creates certainty, and certainty is confidence. Habit number 3, take care of your skin consistently. When you have a consistent skincare routine, when you show up every morning and every evening and do something intentional for yourself, you are practicing a form of self respect. That is incredibly powerful. You are telling yourself before the day even begins and before you go to sleep, I am worth this. I am worth 5 minutes of care. A 2025 study published in Medicine found that self esteem levels are directly linked to skincare consistency. People with higher self esteem tended to have more consistent skincare routines, and the relationship works in both directions. Taking care of your skin builds how you feel, and feeling good about yourself makes you more likely to keep showing up for the routine. Consistency in self care and confidence reinforce each other. Your routine does not need to be extensive or expensive. What matters is that it is yours and that you do it. A cleanser, a moisturizer, sun protection, a face mask weekly, something that nourishes at night. The number of steps matter far less than the fact that you show up for yourself every single day. Because here's what I know, when your skin feels healthy and cared for, you carry yourself differently. You look in the mirror differently, not because you look perfect, but because you look like someone who takes care of herself. Habit number 4, prioritize sleep like it is non negotiable. Let me be honest with you about this one because I know how hard sleep can be in this season. Menopause changes everything about how we sleep. The night sweats, the 2 a.m. wake ups with a racing mind, the morning where you feel like you barely rested at all. This is real, and it is one of the most common struggles I hear from women in midlife and have experienced myself. However, here's why it matters so much for our confidence. When we are consistently sleep deprived, our brain's ability to regulate emotions is compromised. Our stress responses become more reactive. Our inner critic gets louder. Our resilience drops. The confidence we have been building in our thoughts, our habits, our sense of self becomes so much harder to access when we are running on empty. Research confirms this directly. Poor sleep quality in midlife is associated with increased anxiety, reduced well being, and lower confidence. Quality sleep is not a luxury, it is the infrastructure everything else is built on. I personally wear an Aura ring to track my sleep, and it has been a game changer in helping me understand my patterns and make intentional adjustments. Whatever tool works for you, use it because what gets measured gets improved. A consistent sleep schedule, a gentle wind down routine, limiting screens before bed, taking magnesium or a calming ritual, and creating an environment that supports real rest, these are not just small things. They are daily acts of self care that directly feed your confidence. When you are well rested, you show up differently. You think more clearly, respond more calmly, and trust yourself more readily. Habit number 5, dress like you respect yourself. And finally, this one, which I know might feel surface level, but stay with me because it is not. How you dress every morning is a choice. And like every small daily choice we have talked about in this series, it sends a signal, not to the world, but to yourself. When we are in a season of low confidence or low energy, or clothing often reflects it, we reach for whatever is easiest, whatever requires the least effort. And somewhere underneath that, there is often a quiet message that we are sending ourselves. This day is not worth showing up for. I am not worth the effort today. But here's what I have learned and what the research supports. When you put on something that fits well, that feels intentional, that says, I care about how I show up today, your posture changes, your energy shifts, you walk into the day differently. There's a whole field of research on this called embodied cognition. The idea that your physical experience shapes your mental state. And it turns out what you wear is part of that. A study shows that dressing intentionally increases feelings of competence, confidence, and self assurance. This isn't about vanity, it's your body telling your brain what kind of day you're about to have. This is not about expensive clothes or certain style. It is about intention. Choosing every single morning to dress like someone who matters, someone who has somewhere important to be. Even if that somewhere is in your home, your desk, your neighborhood walk. Dress like the woman that you are becoming and notice how it changes the way that you feel throughout the day. Here's what I want you to see. These 5 habits are not separate from the confidence work that we have been doing together in this series. They are extensions of it. Every time you move your body, you are keeping a promise to yourself. Every time you care for your skin, you are saying, I am worth this. Every time you nourish yourself with intention, you are fueling the woman that you are becoming. Every time you protect your sleep, you are building the emotional foundation that confidence requires. And every time that you dress with intention, you're choosing to show up fully. These are not small things. They are the daily, physical, tangible expressions of everything we have been building inside. And when your outer habits align with the inner work, that is when real, lasting, unshakable confidence takes root. This week, I want to challenge you to choose one habit, just one, the one that feels most needed right now for you, and commit to it for 7 days. Not perfectly, just consistently, because consistency is where confidence lives. Friend, tell me in the comments, which of these 5 habits are you committing to this week? This is not just for me, it's for each other. We are in this together, and your comment can be the encouragement that someone else needs today. And know that I read every single comment and I am genuinely cheering you on. Don't forget to grab the free confidence guide linked below and make sure that you are subscribed. There's so much more ahead. And if this series has been valuable to you, please share it with the woman in your life who needs it. Because somewhere right now, there is a woman who has stopped taking care of herself and forgotten that she is worth it. Send this to her. And you, friend, remember, you are not too old It is not too late and you are not behind. You are right on time for the amazing life that you are creating. I'll see you in the next video. Take good care of yourself and go be unstoppable. Bye, friend.